Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is time for the 6 p.m. English news in the Queen's language. But before we start with our stories, let's begin with our headlines. Cameroonians have joined the rest of the world this December 1st to commemorate the World Day to fight against AIDS. Activities organized to mark the day in Yaoundé were all centered on the necessity to say no to the stigmatization of patients. Brainstorming on how to jointly participate in ameliorating technological capacities of small and medium-sized enterprises for the sustainable development of Cameroon, the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Social Economy and Handicraft, Achille Basilikentois, has presided over a meeting with French economists this December 1st, 2021. The President of the Electoral Commission of the Cameroon Football, Gilbert Schilling, has just confirmed that the elections at Fcfa will hold on the 11th of December during a press conference held in Yaoundé this December 1st, 2021. Those were our headlines. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. As you heard in one of our headlines, the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Social Economy and Handicraft, Achille Basilikentois, has presided over a meeting with French economists at Hilton Hotel this December 1st, 2021. The objective of the meeting is to brainstorm on how to jointly participate in ameliorating technological capacity of small and medium-sized enterprises for the sustainable development of Cameroon. We have details with Anne Omeko.
Small and medium-sized enterprise sector in Cameroon is undergoing an evolution process as promoters from France specialize in ameliorating technological capacities of small and medium-sized enterprises meet December 1st, 2021 to exchange ideas on how to better these sectors. A wonderful opportunity with high expectations to boost this sector in Cameroon.
Involve also the possibility of securing results-oriented partnerships, but at the same time also investment for our SMEs. And we believe that those who are coming from that region, who have seen real potential in our country, it's really a window of opportunity that we offer to harness those opportunities and to ensure that they can produce more, they can produce quality products, they can produce services and goods that are clearly in line with the technological progress.
With a dynamic change in the agricultural sector worldwide, time to associate with Cameroon to advance enterprises in Cameroon.
Nous avons souhaité nous associer à cette mission qui était impulsée
We
par la
wish to associate with this mission organized by the Federation of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Doniad RONAP that had already created links with Cameroon and wished to renew a mission on the spot, like establishing durable links. We hope that contacts will be concrete around projects and in terms of partnership, because it is in this that the French enterprises can advance with enterprises
avec les entreprises effectivement du Cameroun.
Presided by the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Achille Basilikentois, the 6-day meeting that starts 1st December is an opportunity to exchange, meet partners and local actors that will pave way to generate a lot of positive ends for small and medium-sized enterprises. Time to give another impetus to the economic bilateral relationship that Cameroon enjoys with France.
Let's now move to the north region of the country, where the Minister of Decentralization and Local Development and the Ministry of Finance are the head of an awareness raising and capacity building workshop which began in Garoua on Tuesday, November 30th and will run to December 5th, 2021. The objective of this workshop is to modernize the management of local finances while taking into consideration the needs of the local population. We have details with Ruth Fonyo.
Budget program is flexible, transparent and can easily be traced as compared to the budget of means that actors have been using before. This was the focus of a workshop held by finance stakeholders in Garoua this November 30, 2021. A workshop for the reinforcement of capacities for the budgeting value chain of urban municipalities. The local development actors welcomed and appreciated this government initiative.
Sorti d'ici, logiquement, tous les acteurs, on est bien conscient que pour l'exercice 2022,
from here, logically, all actors are conscious that for the 2022 exercise, the deadline for budget elaboration is December 15th, and it is also necessary to go through all the processes. But in the progressive method, it is important to teach them the techniques so that at the end, the budget of the North region will reflect the problems raised by the population of different municipalities. With all the target actors present here, we hope that from 2022, the first municipalities who would have learned from the exercise will get involved in the first budget program so that it would be ameliorated within the year.
Since the mismanagement of funds, this workshop will help associate the population of the region, evaluate their needs, and know how to better handle the needs on time. The government wishes that this method should be perfectly mastered by actors of the decentralized territorial collectivity for the emergence of Cameroon by 2035.
The second edition of Festival Ensemble under the auspices of the Minister of Art and Culture is scheduled to run from the 17th of December 2021 to the 2nd of January 2022 at the Esplanade of the Yaoundé 6 Council. The information was made public this Wednesday, December 1st, by the promoter of the socio-cultural and economic jamboree, Tabong in Yaoundé. We have details with Isaac Ngonkum.
The 2021 end-of-year festivities promises lots of entertainment and fanfare for lovers of culture and economic operators in Cameroon's political capital, Yaoundé. One of the major attractions this year will be the socio-cultural and economic jamboree, dubbed Festival Ensemble, that will run from the 17th of December 2021 to the 2nd of January 2022 at the Esplanade of the Yaoundé 6 Council.
It is also the opportunity to promote the entrepreneurial and artistic initiative of living together as a people and social cohesion. For this purpose, the Festival Ensemble offers to the general public a series of activities such as a carnival, patrimonial dance show, an exhibition fair, various competitions, games and fun activities, especially for children. And during this period, we also have several artistic and cultural activities.
This second edition of the fair will be celebrated under the theme Digital Future for Our Arts, Our Culture and Our Local Production.
The digital future for our arts, our culture and our local production is the theme for this second edition. This is aimed to showcase for the promotion of the digital innovation at the service of Cameroonians, especially at the level of their culture, small and medium-sized enterprises, small and medium-sized industries, startup companies, artisans, you can name them.
The promoter of the event has short, middle and long-term objectives to attain, everything remaining equal.
In the short term, first of all, I want to attract the attention of Cameroonian producers, Cameroonian artists, and Cameroonian artisans to the fact that they have to step up their game they have to compete with what is happening out there in the world. And we are offering them a platform where they can digitalize whatever they are doing, be it music, be it their art or whatever. And then secondly, in the middle term, I intend to create through our company and through this festival a follow-up of those with whom we started through a period of time. And in the long term, I intend to have many Cameroonians selling whatever they have as art on the international scene.
This Wednesday's press conference to announce the event brought together pressmen and women of caliber in their numbers, a sign that the organizers mean business. The festival ensemble comes up at a time when Cameroonians will be celebrating end-of-year festivities like Christmas and New Year and preparing for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, a great time to showcase Cameroon's rich cultural heritage to the rest of the world.
As you heard in one of our lead stories, Cameroonians have joined the rest of the globe this December 1st, 2021 to commemorate the World Day to fight against AIDS. During activities organized to mark this day in Yaoundé, all were being reminded on the necessity to say no to stigmatization of patients, as Jan Ninkam tells us in the following report.
Put an end to inequalities, an end to AIDS, and an end to pandemics is the theme adopted for the 2021 edition of the World Day to fight against AIDS. To mark the day, this December 1st, 2021, activities were organized by Camer here in the nation's capital with the sole objective of sensitizing and educating all on the necessity to continue fighting against AIDS. Among the activities of the day was a conference with well-versed actors in the domain with presentations centered on ways of transmission, how infections affects the body, and possible ways to prevent its transmission. On the spot, it was a perfect occasion for all those still ignorant of their status to undergo free screening thanks to the availability of health experts displayed for the purpose. The December 1 event presented an opportunity for these stakeholders to join their voices to the existing others to say no to the stigmatization of persons infected with AIDS or COVID-19. Globally, some 5,000 persons are said to be contaminated by AIDS every week, with the statistics recorded in the year 2020 in Cameroon said to have increased drastically.
2022 has a lot of projects to be undertaken, says the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manauda Malashi, one of which is the health coverage, which is a presidential project. Also, mother and child health are one of these projects. Let's now listen to the Minister of Public Health speaking on the microphone of Ruth Fonyo.
We have so many action to run in 2022. The first one is regarding the health coverage to run. It's a presidential project. I think we are going to run the pilot phase of this project. We have all things when it's free today, subvention, and we have the health of the mother and child. So I think we are going to run this pilot phase of our health coverage. Another one, we are doing our best to cover the football cup in our country. We have to empower our staff in the field, and to give all of capacity of in terms of equipment to take care of all we are going to receive in our country. Of course, we are going to continue to survey this COVID-19 pandemic also. That is the main of our action in 2022.
The Minister of Public Works, Emmanuel Ganun-Jumesi, was before the deputies this December 1st at the National Assembly to reassure them about the achievements of the ring road still under construction and to open new projects. Let's take a listen to the Minister speaking on the microphone of Samuel Bonis.
My priority, as I've indicated, is to achieve the road construction, the section of the road under construction, and to open another one. And we have to commence the construction of the ring road. Firstly, the first section, Kumbu Kambe Misaje, will commence immediately because we have already proposed some company to be qualified. We will recommence the construction of the road Babaju to Bamenda. And we will commence also the construction of the route Ebolova-Komde-Kribi, the one of Grand Zambi-Kribi, and so on. So we are expecting to open for construction 1,444 kilometers.
In prelude to the International Day for Persons Living with Disability, the fourth edition of the Festival of Disabilities on Stage was organized on Tuesday, November 30th, with the aim of restoring the dignity of the disabled. The festival was graced with activities like dancing, singing, and theater art presented by Establishment for Inclusive Education. We have details in the following report.
Disabilities are able. It is with this slogan that opened the fourth edition of the Festival Disabilities on Stage this Tuesday, November 30th in Yaoundé. Organized by the Resource and Animation Cycle for the Deaf, the festival is aimed at restoring to the child, especially the disabled child, her dignity and well-being.
We are very happy and very great to be here with all the person who have many problems. We have an opportunity to confirm our disponibility to add this kind of people to be autonomous in our society.
This year's edition is in communion with the international community as a prelude to the World Day for Persons Living with Disabilities that will be celebrated on the 3rd of December 2021.
The festival is first of all to break the barriers, to bring them to, let's say, to create a society which take in account the patients with disabilities, deaf, hearing impaired, visually impaired, and those with problem of mobility. So all the entire society could know that they are there, they have capacity, and together with them, we can build a better world. We can build a better Cameroon without exclusion. As far as International Disabled People Day is concerned, it will be celebrated on December 3rd. So there are many activities. Among them, this is one of the activities.
Under the theme, Build an Inclusive Society to Restore the Dignity of the Disabled, the ceremony was graced with activities such as singing, dancing, and theater art presented by the various establishments for inclusive education. It equally saw the presence of some great entrepreneurs who came to support these children and put smile on their faces.
I will continue to put all my energy to continue to support these handicapped youth in Cameroon.
People living with disabilities can also become great personalities in the society, such as ministers, governors, mayors, and other great professions. There is therefore the need to break the barriers for a just society.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, it is the 6 p.m. English news over the Republican television. On to our sport page, the president of the Electoral Commission of the Cameroon football, Gilbert Schilling, has just confirmed that the elections at Fcfa will hold on the 11th of December 2021. He was speaking this afternoon during a press conference at the Fcfa headquarters in Yaoundé. Our reporter Isaac Ngonkum is standing by for updates. Hello Isaac, what's new over there?
Good evening, Geraldine Nasse, and thank you for joining us here at the Fcfa headquarters in Chinga, Yaoundé, where the Electoral Commission of the Cameroon Football Federation has just rounded off the press conference that was aimed at edifying the general public on what has happened so far as the 2021 Fcfa elections are concerned. And we are telling you right now from the press conference that the president of this Electoral Commission, Gilbert Schilling, has announced that the 11th of December 2021 is the date, and nothing is changing about it. That is the date that Cameroon is going to have the next president of Fcfa. The next big announcement that he also made this afternoon is the fact that one of the candidates that was hitherto disqualified, Mabouam Kesak, has been rehabilitated and given the permission to run for the presidential elections on December 11th. And maybe this is the big one. The big one is that the December elections, December 11 elections, is going to be broadcast live on television. It's going to be broadcast live on media channels. That is to tell you that the Electoral Commission are very, very much committed to bringing this election in a transparent manner. And they don't want any fidgeting to happen or anybody to say that the electoral process was rigged in one way or the other. And so we should be telling you this evening that everything here at the level of the Electoral Commission of the Cameroon Football Federation, they are serene that Cameroon is going to have a fair, transparent elections at the eve of the 11th of December 2021, and Cameroon is going to have the president of Fcfa before the 2021 AFCON begins in January. Reporting live from the Fcfa headquarters here in Chinga, Yaoundé, we are Ememu Kokov, Black Elomo, and myself, Isaac Ngonku.
Let's now take you out of the country, where at least 134,625 COVID-19 cases have been recorded in Zimbabwe due to the outbreak of the new variant. As a result, a new round of COVID-19 vaccination has begun this Wednesday, December 1st, to get the population vaccinated. We have this story and more in the following report. A new round of COVID-19 vaccination has begun this Wednesday, December 1st in Zimbabwe due to the discovery of new COVID-19 variant. This comes a day after the Zimbabwean president, Emmerson Mnangagwa, has announced plans for a new and enhanced measures to stem the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic following the discovery of the variant. So far, the country has recorded 134,625 COVID-19 cases. Over 3.7 million people have received the first dose of the vaccine and 2.7 million are fully vaccinated. This new variant has caused many nations to suspend flights with 6 Southern African nations, a move which has been criticized by the World Health Organization. The African-China summit, which began on Sunday, November 28th, came to an end on Tuesday, November 30th, with China promised to help African countries overcome the shock of the COVID-19 pandemic and the effect of the global warming, while refraining from imposing its will on Africa. African leaders, however, challenged the Chinese government for more balanced trade and beneficial business relationship with Africans to improve on the African economy. In the final declaration of the forum, the leaders concluded that the lifting of intellectual property rights on vaccines against COVID-19 must be accessible to all. Russia's second city, St. Petersburg, turns white after a night of heavy snowfall, with a third of the monthly norm of precipitation falling in 24 hours. According to the local authorities, more than 7.7 thousand cubic meters of snow have been removed from the streets of St. Petersburg over the past day, with more than 8,000 vehicles and over 1,100 people mobilized to clear the city. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our 6 p.m. English news, but before we leave you, a recap of our major stories. Cameroonians have joined the rest of the world this December 1st to commemorate the World Day to fight against AIDS. Activities organized to mark this day were all centered on the necessity to say no to the stigmatization of patients. Brainstorming on how to jointly participate in ameliorating technological capacities of small and medium-sized enterprises for the sustainable development of Cameroon, the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Social Economy and Handicrafts, Achille Basiliken-Trois, has presided over a meeting with French economists. The president of the Electoral Commission of the Cameroon Football, Gilbert Schilling, has just confirmed that the elections at Fcfa will hold on the 11th of December 2021. He was speaking during a press conference this December 1st in Yaoundé. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Desiree Trésor Bonnet at exactly 8 p.m. for news in the French language. But until then, do stay tuned to interesting programs over the Republican television. Thanks for watching.